I'm Tammy Jones, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion.
I'm Linda Wang, and I'm the 2017 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Dana Aft, and I am the 2013 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Kenneth Brisbane, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion! Yes! Yeah, baby!
Well, hello everyone, and good morning. This is Jeremy Jones at the U.S. Amateurs, the APA U.S. Amateurs. Getting off with an early round here in the second and final day of the women's amateur division. I think we're coming back with 16 players, 8 on the winners, 8 on the losers. So it's going to be a good long day, but we're going to crown a champion later on this afternoon. We're going to get started with our match here just shortly. Had a lot of great pool yesterday and expect even more today. We're here at Strokers, just in the Tampa area, the home of the APA U.S. Amateurs. And the ladies are, they've been here for a while practicing, all looking good in stroke, so expect a great day of pool here. I wouldn't say we had a ton of big upsets yesterday, but a lot of great pool. Watching the ladies now, some of the matches have already gotten started. We'll have our stream match here starting shortly. It's going to be a one-loss side match between Stacie Bourbeau of Orange, Massachusetts, and Crystal Jones of Odessa, Texas. You can see Stacie there, and I believe we have 8 winners and 8 losers left. 2015 champion, and Crystal Jones, a 2021 qualifier from Odessa, Texas, out on the northwest side of the state. They look pretty intent over there. And here's our tournament format. It's a race to 5, a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball, 3 games of 8-ball, 6 games of 9-ball. It's a double elimination tournament, but we will have a single final race to 9. And the winner of the lag chooses the break or the format to get started. And I think the ladies are about to flip. It's normally a lag, but under the COVID situation, we've changed it to just a flip of the coin here to start the matches. What a nice pool room this is here, and I come from a big metroplex, DFW, and not a lot of nice pool rooms, but pretty amazing right here on the coast how many nice pool rooms there are. I think all the northern birds that come down for the winter really help out the pool situation here, and it seems like you better have great food to survive if you're a pool room around here. Looks like the ladies have racked the balls, and we're going to start with 8 balls, so we'll figure out just a moment who won the flip and who picked the format. Can't quite tell just yet, but I think the lady from Texas has won the break. But we're going to start off with 8-ball. Really nice contact there, just a little across the head ball and scratched in the side, but you can see she broke the balls really well. Put a lot of effort into the rack there. An awesome spread. Now scratch after the break is behind the line. An open table here with a scratch, but they are playing whatever you make is what you get. So if you make one stripe on the break, your stripes. So a lot of strategy in that format. Nice shot on the 11 in the side. And you can see the 9, excuse me, the 9 ball kind of over here by itself. So that's the ball she's going to want to get on. She may try and do it now. Okay, so she's got the 15 or the 13 next. A little bit straight here. So this is gonna cause a little bit of a problem. She must have had a bad angle to be able to draw back for the 9 on the last shot. I think that's probably what you would have wanted to do. Still okay. She's just gonna have to move the cue ball for the 9 at some time or another. Okay, she's gonna want to be able to reach that. It's gonna be close with now she's probably gonna have to use the bridge. Alright, Crystal, I think she has a 10 ball that goes by the 5 up in the corner, but not the entire pocket, and position is really tough. I think about the best she can do is possibly a bank cross side, because anytime you're flirting to just a portion of the pocket, that's when you probably don't want to hit it really hard. Accuracy is really a key. So she may be able to shoot this with just some top English and maybe get on a cross side bank of some sort. Not really sure what other choices she has. Tough shot just to make it. Like I said, it doesn't appear like she has an entire pocket. She hit it great though, just catching the 5. I think that's about all she could try for, is just squeak that by the 5 and then get up on the bank on the 9. Now we'll see Stacie at the table. She's got a nice, pretty easy opener on the 6. She can go forward for the 4. She can hold for the 2. She's going to want to start to deal with that 3, 5, and 2 at some point, though. I wouldn't say a totally free shot there, but with the 10 the way it is, she knew she had a lot of leeway, you might say. Now Crystal, we'll see if she can move the cue ball off the 9 a couple rails maybe, because I think she's got to get to the back side of the 10. So demanding shot, not only to make the 9, but she's got to cue this ball with low and a little bit of left English. Try and get it to grab to come back for the 10. Good effort. Wasn't easy at all. So we'll see how Stacie wants to play it. She's got a lot of cover here, as meaning the 9 and 10 are really congested badly for Crystal. So she can kind of take her time here as far as what kind of decision she wants to make. She doesn't have to take a whole lot of chances. She could shoot the 6 possibly if she wanted now and try and hold underneath that. I think it's the 5 that's near. That would open up the 3. See how she wants to play it. She tried to get in there and open them up now. Nice shot. Now she's kind of made the 6 a little bit messy, but like I said, just I call this part of the game kind of like war, a little battle. If you have a lot more soldiers on the table, noticing the 5 solids versus her opponent's 2 stripes, you really have a lot of leeway on what you want to do, and you don't have to take many chances. Yeah, she's just going to open them up slowly. She also knows Crystal has to kind of help her out and open them up a little bit herself. She may have a bit of a cut shot in the side here. Now Stacie can cut the 5 and open the 3-9 if she wants. If she doesn't, she feels comfortable making the ball. I'd rather shoot that one than being jacked up on the 2 a little bit, I think. I mean, you're a little jacked up on the 5, but as long as she can reach it, it's not too difficult. Now the 9 and 10 are open now, so there's not everywhere she can go or anywhere on the table she can go and be safe. So one thing about shooting the 5 first and going into the 3 and the 9, you have the 2 there as a little insurance to make sure you do come away with a shot. So if she can reach this, I like her shooting the 5, like I said, and just going into the 3-9, not real hard, but okay, she decided to stay away from it. She kind of got a little thin on everything. The 2's a little thin, the 6 is definitely thin, the 7's a little thin. Not much of a shot on the 3. Yeah, she's just going to play the safety here. Now she's left the 9. So there wasn't just anywhere you could go with the cue ball to get safe. Now she was worried about the 10, of course. So a long, tough shot for Crystal on the 9, but I'll tell you what, she can be pretty motivated with it because you can see there's a lot of reward on the 10. The 8's pretty open. So if she makes this shot, she probably takes game 1. Looks like she's rolling it, so she has to hit it soft. Just barely overcut it. She's left the 3 in the side, but it's not easy being elevated. Now she's got the 6 in the corner as well. So if the 3's a little off angle, I tell you, I'd probably really consider the 6, just because she's cueing over the 9. You don't want to ease a ball too much. Okay, she's got the 2 as well, so I think if she looked at the 6, I think she may entertain shooting the 6 first. Just because you can cue it really well and it kind of leads towards a little easier position. You can see now she's got to shoot a long 6 anyways. So sometimes it's real easy though to key on something you just see at first. So 8 ball is one of those games you do have choices. So anytime you're playing a game, you do have choices. That you want to take advantage of it and look around a little bit. Just like 9 ball, it kind of tells you what to do, but you sometimes have some choice on how you want to shoot the shot. So now Crystal back at the table. Again with the 9 ball. Now she's got to put a little speed on this to get by the 3 to have the 10 in the side. Not a whole lot, but a little bit at least. Just a little thick. I'll tell you, if the 3 doesn't go, which I think it does, I think it's tight, but I think it does go. Still a little bit of a tester here for Stacie. She's got to do a little something with the cue ball too. Nice shot. It looks like the cue ball is going to be perfect. Just bump the 9 a little. She's got choices. She'll want to take the 7, it looks like. 6 is playable as well, but you got to come above the 8 there on the 6. So I like just a little draw stroke shot on the 7. Yeah, nice shot. And it's early. You know, some pool players, they don't like to play the early matches. I've heard opinions from both ladies here this morning, from both sides of it, from the ladies. That's a little heavy with the cue ball. She really wanted to make sure she got by the 9. Not bad though. Oh, great stroke there. Really great timing. Very straight. Very confident. And a 1-0 lead for Stacie. Yesterday we saw tables in the top of your screen being used, and I'm sure at some time they'll be used today, but like I said, we only have 16 left going into day 2 here, so we'll have some open tables and more of them as the day goes along. Seen a lot of the men in town, or talked to them a little bit on the phone, some of them, so I'm sure tonight will be a packed house with a lot of guys getting ready for play tomorrow. Already have some great matches slated for tomorrow. 2 former champions and one of them reigning champion, Blake Baker, will be playing Ernesto Bayala. Another great hit there on the break. Really solid. Really, really solid. She's made a stripe. A solid, and I'm not so sure she came away with much of a shot. Oh, she got the 6 in the side. Okay. Now the 3 is a definite problem, and the 6 would be one you may use the lead towards the 3, maybe the 2 ball instead. She's really got to start with the 6, and she's got to really kind of move the cue ball here off the 6 to come away with a shot. She may be able to fall in that gap between the 4 and the 15 to get to the 7. But okay, she's going to go ahead and take on the 3 now. And this isn't the worst thing. I mean, if she makes it, she figures to maybe clear the table, right? And she's leaving as much congestion on the table as she can, just in case she misses it, for her opponent, Crystal. So they're open for Crystal, though. But again, when she's got a bunch of congestion on there, she's got to do a lot more work. This situation you definitely don't want to miss. Most of the stripes are on this end of the table, so probably be starting with the 12. Pick off the 14 in the side after, drop down the table for the rest of the stripes. The 11 goes. 10's pretty open. 13. The 9's a little out in space. It's going to have something she'll have to address at some time or another. Okay, is that cue ball going to move enough for the 14? Because she certainly doesn't want to take on that long shot on the 11 if she doesn't have to. I think she's okay. This, this race to 5 format. A little bit of a miss hit on the cue ball. You saw a little left English there, so she probably curved it just a touch. Now, ball in hand for Stacie. What I was getting at about the race to 5 is it'll fool you a little bit. It's short, of course, but exciting, and I think it's a decent race for these ladies, but it'll kind of make you want to, let me make sure this doesn't go wrong. It's a short race. Kind of makes you overthink things sometimes. We talked about it yesterday. The player that can keep the rhythm, and that doesn't mean necessarily fast, but just whatever their rhythm is, and stay the most comfortable in this race to 5, stay more of what they do themselves, I think is going to have a huge advantage. Race to 5 makes you worry a little bit, and just got to kind of ignore that. Okay, smart shot here, taking the 4 up in the corner. That's the real problem. There's a couple other issues, of course, but she's going to have to and want to get at that 5 as quick as possible. She may have overran just a touch here. If she had a little angle to draw up for the 5, that would be excellent. But she's got the 2 ball there, so no reason to panic. The 5, I'm not so sure it goes by the 12 in the corner. The 8. I'm not so sure it goes by the, I think she got the 2, though, but it's thin. And that's the ball that leads towards the 5. So I think she really wanted to get on the 6 there and then drop up for the 3, drop for the 2, shoot the 5 last, and the 8 by the 13. But now a little change of plans. And that's not uncommon for 8-ball. Oh, maybe she can't get at this. So she's going to nip this ball, put her on the back of the 10. Very good. Still going to leave her a shot, I believe, on the 9 and the 11. I think the 2 was maybe makeable. Very, tough though. Possibly it wasn't makeable, but, she saw her opponent, Crystal, make a couple little mistakes, so she's going to make Crystal earn it. Make her come with the tough shot. I think she's got the corner. Excuse me. She was looking at the 11 and the 2, off the 2 and the side. No safety in mind here. Just got to make a nice shot to get the run started. Just a hair heavy, and that's what happens when you're not sure if you can see enough of it. A lot of times, you'll say, well, let me just hit as much of it as I can whenever it's tight like that. And you kind of surprise yourself that you could actually hit it too thick. So I think she can get at the 2. Now the 5's a little more open now. So the 8's a little tight. So may still want to try and shoot the 5 last as possible, but you don't have to. The one thing she doesn't want to do is move from the 3 to the 8. So if she can still use maybe the 6 last, that makes it pretty easy to get on the 8. Nice shot there, not getting too elevated. Now she's got to move the cue ball a little bit here, whether it's a draw stroke or follow. Getting back up off the shot. Just a lot like 9-ball. Whenever, it's all about getting that look. You don't have to necessarily get close to the 6 or close to the 3. You'd like to get a little closer if possible, but nice shot. Okay, so here comes the work. Not making the 6, but not only getting shape on the 3 off the 6 with all this traffic and a little bit off angle, but also, being able to move from the 3 to the 8 for shape to win game number 2. So I don't mind this right here. I mean, you figure, man, you don't want to take a chance on missing, but it's all about what you're going to be able to complete. And what a great shot. Now watch out, 15 ball. That could be a real bad ball. Wow. She hit the ball well, though, so she's got to take that as some confidence. This is the right shot here, trying to kick it in the side. He's a little English the way she's aiming. Yeah, it looked a little bit shy. So she's going to give up ball in hand to Crystal. Crystal got a chance to get going here in game number 2. I might shoot the 14 away here just to open up the 10 a little bit. Take the 14 away and then go up and get the 9 and 11. I think the 15 passes the 12 no problem. So the 14 just looks like a ball. It's just kind of covering you up a little bit. I'm not so sure if she has an easy pocket for that. I mean, you do have ball in hand, still shouldn't be a problem. Now you can take the 10 away first and open everything up. It's probably actually the best shot. Shoot the 10, come up for the 9 and the 11. Then you have 3 together with the 15, 14, and 12. So probably screws the cue ball back a little bit here. She didn't want too much of a bump there. Actually wanted to drift the cue ball up the table for the 9 in the side, but she's still okay. She got the 11. She'll just follow out for the 9 in the side, I think. She's inspecting to see if she wants to get on the 15 next, and that could be a good shot as well. Well, she took that one away to open up the pocket for the 15 and the 14, so a smart shot. Good shot. Didn't quite get the cue ball movement she wanted. Caught the 11 a little thick to the pocket. And it's amazing, you know, you catch it a little thick, how much it really costs you on the cue ball movement. She hits the pocket clean there. That cue ball probably moves another 6 or 8 inches. Well, nice shot there, but did she get any reward? Right up on top of that 15. Now, I think it is cuttable, but the cue ball is going to have a little speed on it. You got a little worry about the side pocket as well. So nothing easy for Crystal to try and get on the board here in game number 2. Making her way through this run, though. So she's going to shoot at it. I think if she hits a little top English, maybe a hair of right English, she can catch the 15 a little thinner and beat the scratch. Definitely a worry, though. And believe it or not, scratching cross side looks possible, too. Maybe the 6 is in the way. Yeah, I think that's a great camera angle there. I think the 15 is definitely playable. Not really much of a safety there that I see. What's the 6 going to do? It got a little funny. I think it's cuttable on the side, but not easy. Cue ball should have some speed and actually help her as far as coming back down the table, maybe 3 rails. Oh, that looks pretty tough to cut in the side to me. Very difficult play in the corner. You may see a cross corner bank here. Well, she looks like she's addressing the side pocket. That's super thin. One thing about it, though, she banks and lays the cue ball like just above the middle diamond on the side rail. She doesn't leave anything easy. Came a little far now. Crystal's going to have a shot on the 14 in the side, but say she comes a little foot shorter there. Nothing too easy for Crystal. What's amazing to me is how well these ladies play here on the big table, because a lot of these ladies play their league on a 7-footer or 8-foot table, not always on the 9-footer. And they come here for the U.S. amateurs and really play well. Nice shot there in the side. She's going to get need the bridge, though. She's going to need a little draw English on the cue ball here. She just stops. It's not only a missable ball, but she may be flirting with the side pocket on the 8 as far as with the cue ball. So she'll want to get 2 or 3 inches at least out of the cue ball here. Oh, wow. She drew it nice. Like 2 feet up the table. Really nice. So a big shot for Crystal here on day 2. Nice shot. Watch outside pocket. All right, she's clear, and we're tied at 1 apiece going into the last game of the 8-ball. Well, we're non-stop here on day 2 on the stream. We'll have match after match all the way until the 1 race to 9 final. Not sure we've seen Crystal break yet. Stacie really hit him square and hammered him. Nice break there as well. Watch out, cue ball. I don't see anything falling just yet, but she hit him nice and square. And at first glance, it looks like the solids are sitting nice. Both are sitting pretty nice. A little easier starter on the solids with the 5-ball. I think the 11 and the 12 are actually playable, but a little funny, and you might bump the 12 into a bad position. So I like her starting on the solids here. Leads her towards the 2. She needs to get a little straighter. She'd like to take that 4 in the side next. That's an important one. That's what she'll look at immediately. And then from there, you can see it's probably the 4, then the 6. You know, then the 1, 7, 3, some type of combination, having the 8 last. You'd like to shoot the 3 last before the 8. That would be the premium ball. Now, a lot of people stick, you would think, man, I want the 6 last. And that makes sense a little bit, but because it's near the 8, but there's a 15 there, you could have some issues. I'd like to take the 6 out next myself. And then, like I said, use the 7, 1, or 3 last, preferably the 3. So she'll probably ease this in. Nice shot. Like I said, I think the 6 is probably correct. And then from there, just don't panic. Any combination really does work. I mean, like I said, the 3 is the one, the premium one to get on the 8, but it doesn't have to be that way. The main thing in that situation is you don't want mistakes, like a miss, so you wouldn't take a chance on a miss. So 7, 1, 3 here, this is perfect. I think she's got enough angle to go the rail and get on the 1 easily also. Nice shot. Needs it to slow down just a little. Looks perfect. Now again, you don't want to get too thin on the 3-ball at all. You don't want hardly any cue ball movement. I'll tell you, Stacie looks very comfortable. Could easily be 3-0. Shoots the balls in with authority and confidence. Gotta like that. So just pinch the cue ball back a few inches. Like I said, not a lot of cue ball movement. Keep it simple. Obviously playing very well, making it to day 2. And I believe a former champion of this event, Stacie. Nice shot. And she cleans up the last rack of 8-ball and takes a 2-1 lead into the 9-ball part of our session. Now these two ladies agreeing to use the template for the 9-ball part of the match. Definitely the players have that option if they both agree. I think it's a great option. Keeping that same break off the end rail. If she hits them anything like she did in the 8-ball, she should be good. 2 in the side. I ain't got a lot of movement there for the template. May have gotten kicked around a little bit. We'll see how aggressive Stacie wants to stay here. She's got a shot on the 1 in the corner. I think it does go by the 8, but you can see the safety's pretty easy. So I wouldn't doubt she doesn't even entertain the offensive option and just knocks the 1 away and plants the cue ball behind the 8. Nice shot, and that 1 gets past the 3. This is going to be a difficult hit. Now Crystal should be able to follow the same path that the 1 took right there and get at the 1. Now she doesn't have both sides of the 1 to hit because of the 3's there, but still doable. Yeah, she's got a, looks like she's aiming pretty well at it. Nice hit. Nice hit. And you can see she had to really stay to that side of the 1 or else she could foul easily. And we'll see what Stacie decides to play. She's got a cross corner bank that's not the worst option in the world. She can kind of draw the cue ball up the table, or she can try and put her behind the 6 maybe with the cue ball. We'll see. That looks like pretty perfect. Wow. Great shot. Well, I'm not sure. Of course, both these ladies are playing well, but Stacie especially, I'm not sure who beat her on the winner side, but they must have been playing really well. A little much spin there. Looks like probably a bank cross side or a 1-7 combination, I think. She's looking at the safety here. Now there is no 3 foul here at the U.S. Amateur. So she's going to tie the 1 up where I'm not sure Crystal will really even take it on. She just may give up ball in hand, maybe tie the 4-8 up as well. Go softly at this 2 rails. Nothing wrong. Oh, she went put some speed on it now. So I'm not sure if it really is going to hurt her offensively. Now she's going to give up ball in hand, but we'll see if Stacie wants to play. Stacie wants to play this little kiss shot on the 3 in the side. Now, I think they may have had a little discussion about the 3 foul rule. And there is no 3 foul here. We found that out yesterday. Now we have a special guest with us, Richard Andrews. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Glad to be here with you. Is my mic on?
I can't. Give us a second on his mic.
All right. How about me? I'm not hearing myself either.
No, just give us a moment on Richard. We'll have him in. Just making sure he's technically sound on his end. Long shot here for Crystal. Now, I don't know if she can even make it. She may just have to edge it like that. Expect Stacie to take on this cross-side bank. I thought she might have done that with ball in hand earlier. Now she could play the 3 some type of way, coming off the top of the 1 with the cue ball and play a kiss shot on the 3. But if the bank's sitting there, I like her shooting at the bank, really. Now normally that would be more of a low English, center ballish, low English. So if she goes with high on the cue ball, she's probably not playing the bank. Okay, she went for the bank, not leaving much for Crystal. Now Crystal could try to knock this around the table. A lot of traffic though. Not bad. Not sure what else she really has here. Maybe play the 1 underneath the 9 and just let the cue ball come down here to the bottom rail, something like that. It's a touchy little shot here. I'm not sure really what else she has. I think if she tries to get a snooker, like really get a snooker, she could leave a shot. Like I said, maybe come across the her left side of the 1, bring the cue ball down here, let the 1 just kind of float 1 rail behind the 9, something like that. Not a bad effort here. Keeping some congestion on the 1 and the 8.
I think I'm with you now. Can you hear me? Nope, still.
Try it again, Richard.
Hello. I think that it works. Maybe it's just too low. When I tap it, it works. Yeah. He just needs to turn it up.
All right. Ladies battling for that first shot.
Okay, you got me now?
Okay, this is another touchy one. You just got to come across the 1 and float, excuse me, float the cue ball by the 4.
Yeah, it's coming through now. Well, hey, Jeremy, but got me hooked up now. It looks like they're playing some good safeties here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get a little feedback from our viewers to make sure everything's good now.
My mic sounds a little hot right now.
Getting a big fuzz now.
A little bit of buzz in it.
I'm not sure what to really do here. I mean, maybe edge the rail first, come across the 1 and kind of bleed the cue ball over towards the 5 maybe.
I'd be worried about the 1 ball coming out. I'd be worried about the 1 ball coming out with that one.
Yeah, you're going to leave a pretty thin cut though. The 1 shouldn't come out too much. You may leave him, or her rather. You may leave that's a pretty smart shot. I talk about the end rail all the time when you don't know any better. Always smart to leave distance when you can. Still getting that static. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably on the feed then too, huh? Yeah. Okay, nice shot there. Looks like Richard maybe swerved the cue ball a little bit here for the kick, or
Yeah,
you,
she has to. And it that might turn out well. She could either make it or be safe.
looks like she's got the jump cue.
Right.
She could kick between the 8 and 5 couple rails as well, but trying to stir the pot a little bit, create a little luck maybe.
Yeah. But I think what you mentioned first
Now Crystal back at the table, trailing 2-1. Crystal from Odessa, Texas. You would think I'm from Texas. Well, I would know Crystal. Well, Crystal, you know, Texas is just a big place. So, and a lot of pool players. But I've been pretty impressed with her, I'll tell you that. Both these ladies. Stacie is a former winner here at the U.S. Amateur. I believe if I remember the opening, it said 2012 maybe. Okay, the 4's over the pocket there. So she just eased the 3 in. I thought she may just hit a little thinner and use 2 rails to come back towards the 4 a little,
Yeah,
but
I was wondering the same thing, and I'm wondering here if she needs to avoid hitting this ball right. Okay, yeah, great.
well, I'll tell you, I was watching the first couple games, and you know, playing 8-ball, you got to do a little something with the cue ball sometimes, just because you get yourself in situations. And neither one of these ladies minded applying a little side spin when needed. So, well, now she's got to move the cue ball a little bit. She's a little off angle. Top English with a little bit of right or a little bit of left, excuse me, may work. But she may have to kind of stun this a hair also. Just depends on if she wants to, like we talked about just a moment ago, apply a little of that side spin.
Yeah.
Looks like she's just kind of stunning it. Oh, she put a little English too.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. I was worried that she might overdo it a little bit and come too close to the rail and hook herself. But, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, she's got to move the cue ball a little bit here, and it's going to move anyways because it's thin, but she's got a big stretch. When you start going across that corner to the other corner any kind of way, it's a big stretch across the middle of that table.
It is. Now do you come back this way, or you put top on it and go back and forth?
Yeah, I'd like to get a little bit on the angle I'm on now. On the 8, she's probably going to be a little bit thicker than that on it if she hits it well. She has to go 2 rails, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Short.
Great shot. I mean, she ended up a little short, but still a pretty good effort.
Yeah, with the bridge stretched out. And on this one, she's got to avoid the side pockets here as she's making the save.
Yeah, thin cut. Don't worry about the cue ball that much. Just back and forth wherever it wants to go. She got it in behind it a little bit. Didn't leave it easy. I mean, playable bank, but cue ball going away from the 9 for position. So, seemed to me though, Stacie is a pretty aggressive player. So, is she just edging the bottom of this ball here? Oh, great touch,
Yeah,
huh?
how about that?
Wow, like perfect. Yeah, I can hear him through the glass, but I don't think I'm hearing him through here. Wow, well, I thought the 8 was going to move a little more and get to that end rail, but a nice effort there by Crystal. Stacie now in a prime position to get that 2-game lead.
Can she
She
pull
looks
it
like
in?
she's hitting high ball.
Yeah, I think I'd come around the
Yeah, she's
close
cueing
to
more
the
center
corner,
now.
like, have you noticed if she normally cues where she's going to hit it, or because some people cue in one place? And
Yeah, it looked like to me she starts a little higher, and then as the pre-strokes go, she kind of lowers the tip into position a little bit. Not too uncommon. So this has gotten real funny here for Stacie, or excuse me, Crystal. I'm not sure what I would do here. I maybe just, I don't know. shoot the 8 into the 9, kind of let the 9 hold the 8 there and run the cue ball. And she's going to roll it, I think, and try and lay on top of the 9. This is dangerous and tough with the bridge. She's got to have one heck of a touch.
Oh,
wow,
speaking
really
of
good.
touch, that was good touch there.
Yeah, and this is one you'd want to call a referee usually.
Yeah.
Because the player's going to try to make it off the second rail,
Yeah.
I think.
And that's going to be really close.
Yeah. Well, thing is, you can make it with a good hit or a bad hit. So that's
true.
That's the time you want to call the referee, whenever it could go both ways. Now, she couldn't lay this up and just try and get the 8 to the rail like this. This is the shot I was thinking about.
Ooh.
Well, didn't leave it too easy. I mean, it's close, but definitely difficult.
Left a tester. Is that good?
Getting there. Now, Richard, are you local or you're?
No, I'm from Huntsville.
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're playing.
I'm actually
Yeah,
playing.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
It's been a few years since I've been to the championship as a player.
She's cutting it in the corner. It looks like the lower right. Pretty good effort.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was nice.
Little heavy with the cue ball, but first things first was making the 8. So
Yeah.
she's got a nice little cut shot here.
Yeah.
If she catches it a hair heavy to the hole, she may have to contend with the scratch in this lower left-hand corner. I think if she hits it center pocket, I think she's okay. But you have to have a little concern. She's putting a hair up left English, so again, got a little concern on the scratch. Okay,
Yep,
she hit
good.
it nice. Now, which pool room? It's been a few years since I've been to Huntsville. But
Bumpers Billiards. in
Bumpers,
Huntsville.
okay, yeah, I've been there before, yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you there.
Yeah, that was
with a few
around
folks.
2013, I think, ish, something like that. 12, somewhere around there. Actually, what I call my last official kind of road trip. Now, I've been on traveled before, but
Yeah.
that one, I was like I was out playing pool, and me and a couple buddies, we
Yeah.
had some time, and we went all the way from New York, all over for a few months. It was fun. Don't do that much anymore, or haven't at all, really. But I was pretty surprised with I'd been to Huntsville years ago, but I was pretty surprised with the pool rooms and stuff there on that main road. There's a few of them.
Yeah.
And then, of course, some pool there in some of the local suburbs, Athens and what's the other town there? Right
Decatur.
across?
Yeah, you have
Decatur,
6
yeah.
pockets in Decatur.
Mhm, yeah. So now tied at 2 apiece. Got a thin cut on the one, but wouldn't expect her to take that on.
I haven't noticed if she left-handed or right-handed.
Well, the cameras are set up, a couple of them on the mirror, so she's actually a righty, but at
Oh.
this camera angle right here, we're getting to see how good her left-handed game is as well.
Okay, then.
Yeah. All right.
Well, if she'd have been opposite-handed from that, it would have been a lot tougher to get to.
Right. So again, we'll see the ladies using that in-rail defense there. Of course, I like the play because you're not sure, right, what's going to happen exactly. So making sure she holds the cue ball on the in-rail and knowing Stacie's going to have to come with one heck of a shot no matter what. And position looks almost impossible. All right, she's trying to play safe, I think, behind the 7. Let her have a little piece on Richard, but not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I know she wanted to have the cue ball right up on the back of this 7. Or
Look at that shot, wood shape.
Yeah, I thought that looked like a double kiss, but I wouldn't. I wasn't thinking of it going in the hole.
Okay, she's got to put a little draw here if she elects to go offensive to the top left corner. She could just bank it away and try to hold. Almost has a two-way shot.
Yeah,
to
sure
work.
does, but I don't know if the
Goes
ball's
by
in
the
the way
7,
in the
huh?
track there. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've already looked because the schedule's out. When do you play tomorrow? Do you know?
One nice shot there.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot.
130.
130, okay.
Yeah.
I like that when you see the schedule out for a few days
Yes.
already. That's nice. Okay,
Yeah, they've
looks
had
like
it for a
she's-
while. APA is a very efficient organization.
Just
Yeah.
a little quick with the stroke there,
Yeah.
maybe.
She put some, I think, a little accidental inside on that one.
Well, one thing I've been impressed with the APA, and you know, this is a huge event for them, of course, but this isn't their nationals where there's thousands of people,
I
right?
know.
But
they run that like clockwork too.
yeah, I
It's
know,
just
but
perfect.
they're not coming shorthanded.
Yeah.
That's what I like. They plenty of
Right.
you know, APA people here to make sure all bases are covered, which is not only smart but very experienced, in my opinion. No
They've
reason
been
to be
doing it.
short on manpower.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while.
And I really like the looks of Stacie's game, and Crystal as well. Stacie looked really loose, and her 8-ball patterns were nice. And now she's got to move the rock here a little bit. But just seemed like, you know, like I said, she is a former champion of this event, so I commented that this is a one-loss side match, but whoever beat these ladies were in stroke yesterday,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got to ease this in maybe, or she got to move the cue ball with some draw.
It's hard to tell without being over the table on this kind of shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little thick to the hole. Now she's going to
Yeah.
get a little fortunate, it looks like, or a lot fortunate.
And that kind of thing happens when you're a little unsure of the shot, just like we were, or I was unsure anyway from the booth. I think she felt that way too.
Well, you know, unless it just really calls for it. If you have a choice on the easing it in or getting to put a little more stroke on it, I like the choice of taking and being a little more aggressive with the stroke. Yeah. And there's that English you were talking about. That may have been a little accidental hit of the cue ball because it looked like she was aimed very well and then actually just put a hair of right English on the cue
Yeah.
ball and it straightened it right out. Now it should
Yeah.
be the 6 in the side, just roll forward a little bit. You always want to follow the ball if you can when you have ball
Easier
in
to
hand.
control.
Yeah, just a lot of things. Yeah, you're always going to be more accurate. First off, you don't miscue ever. Really, I mean, I know that shouldn't be a factor, but when you draw the ball, I mean, that is a possibility, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I just kind of related to how accurate you're going to be if you throw a ball in front of you or you throw a ball behind you. It's kind of the same thing. Now she has to draw backwards. Still not, you know, it's not a thing that costs you very often, but it's a long-term kind of situation, you know?
Yeah, overall, you're
Yeah.
going to mess up more, not be as precise.
Overspun the ball a little
Sure
bit.
did.
See her shaking the hand a little, so.
Yeah. Anytime you're putting the spin on it, it's a combination of speed and spin, and if one of those is slightly off, you miss that ball.
Okay. She draws it. She's got to watch out for this cross side scratch. I like a little high ball here. A little English, a little side spin, a little left.
Looks like she's doing that.
She got a nice stroke.
If it'd just get off the rail for her. Looks like she can pull it back just a little bit and be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
definitely prefer pulling it back just a little bit than over. I'd rather be there than the other side cutting.
Yeah,
it
pretty
back.
standard on the 9. 9's near the rack a lot these days because of the template, so you play above it a little bit is what Richard's talking about, rather than falling behind it on the rail, like if Crystal was to overdraw that ball there.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot. Now a 3-2 lead.
So you're going to be here for the Open U.S. Amateur Championship too, right?
For the
Commentating?
for the men's?
Well, it's really not the men's because
Or the Open, yeah.
that's why I said
right. That's
Open.
yeah.
The women can get into
Yeah.
the Open event.
Make sure I don't make that mistake again. Yeah, it's an Open event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Well, good. Because you're the best in the business, really, in a
Thank you.
lot of people's opinion, including mine, in commentary.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's my best game these days, by far. Hate to keep saying that, but it's the truth.
Well, I played you a couple of years ago, a few years ago, at the Music City Open, and you beat me pretty handily. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hadn't played in that in a long time, and then I went
Yeah.
down there that one year. I think I did pretty good in the tournament. I think second, maybe, or
Yeah.
third, or something. I was surprised. 7-footer, you know.
Yeah.
Still see pretty well on the old 7-footer.
I
Yeah.
warmed up some with you at Derby City a few years ago for the bank pool tournament, and I learned pretty quickly that you bank really well.
Yeah, it's weird. Where I'm from, Banks isn't a huge game or anything, or
Mhm.
it's a little more popular now, like it has the entire country. But I got a job at a game room when I first started playing, and I wanted to play
Yeah.
free pool. And there was a guy that would come in every Sunday morning when I worked, and he'd make me play bank pool for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it really helped. Teaches you a lot. All right, we got a correction there, and I apologize for that. And to both ladies, this is a winner's side match, actually. There's
Oh.
8 left on the winners and 8 left on the losers.
Now, she'd have been fine if it hadn't hit the point there on the side.
Yeah, you can see a safety here coming. Now, can she knock the 2 away where it doesn't hit the 6? That's what I'd like to
yeah.
do, is get it up
I
table.
think so. I think she could have.
Yeah, now she's going to probably
gonna
be
hurt.
shooting again. Yeah.
She's got to jump this, I think, if she is comfortable with jumping.
I like this jump shot if you're comfortable, just because the
Mhm.
cue ball lead towards position on the 4. So nice hit. Nice hit.
It's hard to tell on the angle here, but she will have to go to the right of the 4, it looks like, from here, right? Just
Yeah.
looks like center ball. Just leads
You know,
over
she
there.
may be able to follow and just catch a hair of. No, she's definitely got to move a little bit naturally to what is now the left side of the 4. Now the right.
Yeah,
nice
there
shot.
was, but there was. I thought center ball would have been fine. She put top and it ran into the ball.
I think she may have been afraid of getting a little thin on the 4 with center, maybe. I don't know. It's 5. I caught a look on it on the last camera angle. It looked like it went by the 8 pretty easily. Now, if it's a little tight, she may entertain the 5-9.
Yeah, that it goes. It looks like, but that just having that little bit of 8 in the way, it's a big ball in your mind, if nothing else.
Well, looks like she may have perfect speed here on the bed. Kind
Almost.
of slowed down on her a little, but still not
Really
bad.
close.
Now, the only problem is she'll have to shoot it opposite-handed maybe, or with the crutch.
And I'm curious, do you go all out making the ball, or do you thinking about a two-way where you're also ducking it behind the 8?
That looks a little light on the speed to duck behind the 8. I think if I go for it, I just,
Go for it.
yeah. I would really look at maybe, you know, just because I don't want to shoot it with the bridge too much, but I may knock the 5 of the rail and put her on top of the 9 there.
Yeah, I see
But,
that.
wow, great shot.
Or just do that.
Yeah, that'd look perfect. I'll just get Crystal to shoot it for me
There you go.
whenever
Yeah,
it comes up.
she made that look easier than it was, I think.
Yeah, and it's been really a match of two kind of tails here. Crystal started off a little slow, to be honest with you. Not playing bad or anything, but just a couple little mistakes. And Stacie looked great. Looked very much, I know it's a short race, but looked very in command the first few games. And now Crystal, another Texan from the west side of the state. Now she's up 4-2 and has really turned it on.
There's a lot of good players coming out of Texas.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that state. They got a lot going on. It seems like more and more all the time. So, and it's just like anything else, Richard. It's a numbers game. The more you have playing, you know, the more you have supporting the game. You're just going to have pretty incredible results. What I'm really excited about for Texas is the juniors developing. I think it's becoming one of the stronger states as far as the junior development. So, all right, thin cut on the side, definitely makeable, but thin, and still not easy to guarantee position on the 2.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be difficult to.
Just part of 9-ball, though, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to let it go. I mean, you got to make the ball and see what happens. A little thick. Watch out, corner pocket. All right, so here's Stacie's chance to get it back going. Like I said, she looked great at the beginning of the match, and she hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes since then. But Crystal's really turned it up on her.
It looks like the 8 and what is that?
5.
5 are in the way to put the cue ball where I would want to put it, to roll up for the 2. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe they're out of the way.
Yeah, she has a choice. She can play underneath on the 2. Is she not seeing the
Oh,
1?
no.
Oh, no.
Okay. I can't tell if she was just looking at where she wanted it, or I think her opponent told her she was shooting
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
think she
ball.
told
That
her,
was
and
pretty
then
nice.
she's maybe saying I was just sizing it up. But I tell you, it looked like she was about to pull the trigger to me.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I did it in the preliminary in Atlanta, and my opponent chose to wait until after I shot to tell me I had fouled, and that's his prerogative. But I would have told him that he was about to shoot the wrong ball. That's a good shot.
Yeah. Don't want to get too thin. It's just got to work a little bit more, but definitely the right play to fall underneath the 2.
Good thing is she's got the pocket opening there to be able to get to put the tip where she wants it. Just natural to come across from here.
Yeah, it
With a
looks
cue
like
ball.
it. Doesn't look like a problem to me. Looks like
I
she's
guess the
hitting
point's
kind
out of the
a high
way.
ball.
You think the point comes into
I
play
don't-
at all here?
I don't think so. If you make it to the pocket, if you hit it real thick maybe and miss the ball, but if you hit it to the pocket, I don't think the.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
she put the top on it. It made it
Yeah.
immediately go forward toward the 8.
Yeah, it was more of a center ball stun there, maybe.
Yeah.
So up against it a little bit, trailing 4-2, and now kicking at the 5.
And this has a possible scratch on it too. No, she hits it full. It doesn't.
Hit it pretty nice.
Yeah.
So I think Crystal goes for this bank. maybe not. Maybe she feathers the ball and plays safe, but
She's going for it, looks like. Just pull it back slightly.
she
Sorry, leave it
floated
on
it,
that
but
side,
now
okay.
maybe fortunate she missed, to be honest with
Mhm.
you. I think she partially snookered herself on the 6.
Yeah, if she made it, yeah. Can
Was
she
it going to be easy?
can she see this?
No.
Okay. And
Got to just kick to the bottom rail behind the 9, or by the 9 rather.
now you put a decent amount of speed on this, or
I like that speed she
I like
put
that.
on it. Yeah,
I like the
that
way she hit
speed.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
Mhm.
Shot of the match, maybe.
Yeah. Now, looks like she can just roll this in too and have shape. If she makes a 6,
Yeah.
I think.
I think maybe she has to go twice, Richard.
Oh,
Unless
really?
she's coming back over on the other side of the side. Yeah, like that. If she's coming back over, I think she could do okay, but still not out of the woods. She's heavily off angle here. This is
Yeah,
like one of
going
the
the wrong
worst
way.
angles you can have. Because if it goes away a little bit, the English isn't going to bite enough to bring you back towards the 9. So she almost got to smooth this in and take the shot maybe from a little bit closer in front of the headstring, maybe something like that.
Oh, that went to the back and back out. But
Yeah.
yeah. She
All
got
right,
the cue ball close to where she wanted,
It
but
sure
it's no
did.
good if you don't. If the Aussie ball doesn't stay in the hole, is it?
Yeah, she got a lot out of the cue ball. Like I said, been a tale of two kind of little matches inside this short race to 5. And Crystal, nothing wrong with the cue ball movement. It's just all about making the 8. Little thick.
And she got enough angle to drift this over to the rail and back
Oh yeah.
down the line. Okay.
And she
Hard-
kind of
hard to
cues
tell
up
from
and
here.
then hits down on the ball a little. Oh, that's going to be a little heavy.
But yeah, this is the side that I was talking about earlier that I don't I don't want to be when shooting the 9. I'd rather be on the other same angle from the other toward the middle of the table with the cue ball.
Nice shot.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
Now 4-3.
And this is a race to 5 until the finals.
Our defending champion is in a tough one over there, Tina. Tina Larson on table 5, another winner side match.
Yeah, Tina Larson's first match was with a buddy of mine, Carla Patton from Huntsville, yesterday. Well, Carla's first match anyway, I think. I don't know. It was Tina's second, I think.
Well, she's in a tough one over there. It's 3-3 with the lady she's playing. I'm not sure. I don't know the lady that she's playing. Watch out, cue ball. And both these ladies break the balls really well.
They do, yeah. I noticed that. Good bit of power. Solid.
Yeah, their 8-ball breaks were, they both broke the head ball.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if they
Some of
were
the
breaking.
best head ball breaks I've
Yeah.
seen all week here on the 8-ball. Really good spreads.
If you win, as the rules are here, if you win if you make the 8 on the break. And I was curious, when that's the case, when those are the rules, do you choose to break second ball or first?
Yeah, I don't mind second ball break anyways, to be honest
okay.
with you. You know, I'll use it a little more often on the 7-footer or the 8-footer. They play a lot of pool in Texas on the 8-footers.
Yeah.
Nice stroke there. Pretty calm stroke considering the situation. Now here, this is right on the border where naturally the speed you'd like to make it, it might go back and forth and involve the 6 and 9. So she's got to be real clear on the speed she wants to play this shot.
And the side pocket comes into play, I think, the second side pocket. So if she, hold up.
This was the worry I had. You know, it's just that medium speed that you like to make the balls with, you know, the one that like sits comfortable with you. It looked like the speed was really involving the 6 and 9.
I think she can hit this, but it's coming back at an angle where she has to hit it really thin.
I think she makes it actually though. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Good effort.
She knew she had to hit it thin, and she erred on that side. And I think it's a good attempt, though.
Okay, now you can see what the work is, the 6 to the 8. That's the real work.
Now, do you plan on getting shape for the 6 in the side where it's closest to
I mean,
it?
with ball in hand, probably so. I'm a corners guy. I don't really like to move the cue ball extra to try and get a little easier shot. But leading from the 6 to the 8, you can play both sides of the table going 3 rails. Or if you get on the good side of the 6, you just naturally go towards the 8.
Yeah.
So I was kind of taught to play a little more corner position when you can. But well, she got there nice too. This is like perfect. Just draw the cue ball now. This is where you have to make a clear-cut decision too. Do I want to kind of draw it towards the end rail, or do I want to draw it back to the side rail here? Don't get in between and involve this corner. That looks like perfect speed. And I'll tell you, Crystal's just gotten better and better as the match went. Looked very comfortable. Now this one here, watch out, don't get on top of the 9. I've seen this a lot in this position.
No, she just...
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Really
that's
nice.
good.
I'll tell you, some of the guys can learn from these ladies. They play very efficient at times. You know, a little bit more efficient. Like you'll see the guys a lot of time move the cue ball up there. Where I think this was just a perfect play.
Yeah, if I feel like I'm going to get on top of the 9, like I might have thought on that one, I would have taken the line and run on, just going down my line past the 9, where then I could shoot the 9 ball back up into the corner.
Sometimes the line tells you to stay underneath. And thank you, Richard. We're going to have you back shortly. Thanks, everyone else. Great shooting. Crystal. Stacie will be back on the one-loss side. Crystal will be back in the final 4 of the winners. It's the Women's U.S. Amateurs. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, thanks.